And what's up? What's up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay. It's NBA Talk with Jay Money and the Shark, man. Not necessarily a good day yesterday. It was a damn good show, hot vibes as it is every day. But as far as the picks, we didn't do so well, man. Some tough calls didn't go our way. It happens, man. I'm still pissed. I hate when I kept a game and then the star player goes out, and it's like, fuck, man. We didn't expect that to happen. So obviously it happens, man. Can't make any excuses. It's a new day, Shark. An opportunity to dominate. Not a super strong card here, Shark, but we're still back talking some NBA for the people, man. It's what we do, my guys. What's up with you?
Yeah, taking a breath. We love the intro. We love people. We love respect. We love domination. Thirsty Thursday, November 11th. We got college football today. We got NFL football. If you're a sports fan, this is where you want to be in a calendar year. All major sports except for professional baseball are playing. You get college basketball coming in here only the third day in the campaign. And we get NBA basketball. We get a 3-game card. It's a tough card today. Just mildly recapping yesterday. I think if you guys watched the show, our general commentary on the games was overall pretty intelligent. Of course, we were talking off the record just 10 minutes ago saying, when there's 13 games, it's very difficult even for us to hone in on 2 to 4 top plays. And if you really look at the capping style that I have and Jay has, we just were caught in a merge all over the place yesterday. Some of the revenge spots hit, some didn't. Sometimes the number mattered, sometimes it didn't. It was just all over the grid. And, the one thing that human beings are not blessed with is recency bias. People hold themselves hostage to yesterday's actions as if it's going to repeat itself today. We have to work hard in our mind to get rid of that. I have worked 5-7 years to get rid of that. I have no regret. That was my best effort yesterday. We're going to dominate this campaign long term. We're here in the now, Thursday, November 11th, 2021. Jay Money, lead the way.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, just 3 games today. I must say, man, we got some really good ones. Let's go to the streets of Philadelphia, man. I don't know. I hadn't had a Philly cheesesteak in a while, but going to the streets of Philly here. The Sixers laying 3. They catch the Raptors here on the back-to-back spot. Got smacked up in Boston yesterday. Like I said, I know it was a strong looking spot for him yesterday, but the Celtics really came to show something there. Even without Jaylen Brown, they literally from start to finish smacked up the Raptors. Usually when it happens with a hard-nosed type of team, Shark, the Raptors, even though they're on the back-to-back, I know Siakam's not playing here. I think Birch is still doubtful as well, but they didn't with a no-show yesterday. Do you expect the Raptors come back with a better effort today? And what about the 76ers? They were hot. They're on 2 straight losses now at the house. Which team gets right here tonight?
Yeah. I mean, as much as I love this hat for visual purposes here, this would have a lean. I'm not dropping an official play here. This is a very difficult card. We're going to go into details, numbers, and narratives. What you're looking at here is a revenge game for the Raptors, and this is interesting when you go back to last year. The teams are just flip-flopping wins and losses. The Raptors lost early season last year in Philadelphia, 193. Philly was a short favorite. They covered by a couple buckets. Then it came into Tampa. Of course, that's where the Raptors played last year in a COVID campaign. And the Raptors proceeded to revenge the Sixers. Then they played 2 games in a row in Tampa, and the Sixers quickly revenged them. Now you come back here, first game of the campaign here. You do see the Raptors coming in here on a back-to-back sequence, but I'm not sure that's as problematic as it would be for other teams. The Raptors have shown the ability to travel well on a back-to-back scenario. I'll give you one. A lackluster home effort against the Magic, a 1-point victory as a significant favorite. Then they went into Indiana the very next night and won the game. So you see this ability to turn it on and off and not necessarily be prisoner to the energy of the moment, like some teams that just auto tank a 3rd and 4 back-to-back or a back-to-back scenario. The tough cap in this game is that Philly's also on a 2-game losing streak. The Raptors come in here on a 3-game losing streak. We talk about this all the time. It's tough to cap a game when both teams theoretically need to win. If Philly had won 3 or 4 in a row, it would make it a lot more agreeable. But I do think, generally speaking, the Raptors would be the better look here.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I think the Sixers are going to slide here. I said it the other day. Obviously, they got a ton of players out. I believe Tobias. Now there could be some updates today, but Harris and Embiid should definitely still be out. Harris, Embiid, and Thibault all should still be out for health and safety protocols. I mean, we better get used to this shit. You test positive, you're going to be out for like the next 10 days. So Seth Curry was out the last game with a foot injury. He'll probably come back here. Like I say, Sixers on a 2-game losing streak, but the Raptors on a 3-game losing streak. We saw the Sixers were on a 6-game winning streak. I said this. The team is not this good, especially with missing players out. They're still a great team. They're not the number one team in the East. They got super high. I thought they were due to come back down to their average. That's exactly what they're doing here. They're favored here at the house. This is their last game of this homestand, so I'm sure they'll be turned up. Don't want to lose all 3 games at the house, but they're hurting right now. They don't have their best player. You could argue though that they don't have their top 4 players right now. Like literally, the top 4 guys, as far as getting paid salary, are not on the floor right now. So that's tough for them. I lean Raptors. It's tough. And another thing, guys, I'll definitely be looking towards the under in this one. Obviously, it's the Raptors are an under type of team. They play at a slow pace. Not a ton of jump shooters out there. Sticky type defense. And they're on the back-to-back as well. So I expect them to slow this game down. It'd be a real defensive effort. Should the Raptors like to keep it somewhere around like 100, 101, 104. Those are the type of games that they like to play, my guys. So definitely looking towards the under here, looking towards the Raptors as well, my guys.
Yeah, and 1 point of that total. If you go back to last year, all 3 totals were very low. And Vegas had the lines graded a lot higher last year. The lines were, I believe, 219, 222, and 223. And they finished at 193, 211, and 213, I think. So Vegas completely missed this average last year. It went 3-0 against the under, and it went 3-0 with emphasis. None of them were even close to hitting the over. Now it's been adjusted down to 210.5. So I think this is the books finally telling you, all right, like this is going to be a lower scoring game. The lean would definitely be an under, although I would worry that when they adjust this line down by 11 points, you might be hovering around a really sharp average there.
Exactly. Yeah, guys, I already told you Siakam was out. We already knew this. He just come back from injury. This is a back-to-back. You got to know that he's sitting this game out. This line was at Sixers -2, and then it's been made up to 3. Will probably go up even more. I mean, if you like the Raptors, I'd probably say wait. It's pretty much 3 across the board now. May go up to 3.5. So we have Siakam out. We have Burke out. And if Seth Curry is ruled in, which he probably should, they only had 7 guys the other day. You see what I'm saying? They're going to try to win this game, last game of a 3-game homestand. I believe Seth Curry will play. The line will probably go up to at least 3.5 for by game time, guys. So just up to you guys. If you like the Raptors, I'd say probably wait to the last minute. I may sprinkle some on them at plus 3.5 at the last second. And there could be a pattern, Shark, where they don't play well on the first game of it back-to-back. Then on the back-to-back, it's like they saved their energy almost. Yeah. They're looking to stop a 3-game lose streak. They're more healthier team right now. Definitely Raptors are nothing, my guys. Let's get to the next game here. Let's go to the streets of Utah here. Streets of Utah. I'll be honest, man. Usually when the team is playing first game of Denver, second game back-to-back on the road, high altitude, you want to look to fade them. They're laying 10. Unfortunately, you have to lay 10 today with the Jazz and the fade of the Pacers. The Pacers could cover this number. They could, Shark. If this line was like 6 or 7, I'd be on the Jazz here. I don't want to lay double digits with them. They have been at the house. They're covering machines at the house, Shark, as well. Like, I'm not looking to back the Pacers either here. They're 1-6 straight up on the road, 3-4 against the spread. Jazz 4-0 at the house, 3-1 against the spread. That's where they clean teams up. I don't know if I'll bet against the Jazz at the house all year, Shark. What are we doing in this one?
Yeah, it's a tough ask. This is a really tough game. Last year, you go back, there were 2 matchups. Utah did win both. They won both by 8. So if you want a sharp figure, just look at that. When you win both by 8 and this line opened up at 9, they're basically telling you it's going to be the same type of game. You're just purely gambling here. And as we zoom out, we see I need to change my background to my NBA content here. I've been lazy on that, actually. I had baseball up. I was going to do it after the World Series. I got my Knicks, my NBA over here. I got to get in the lab. Shark, what the hell are you doing, man? All right, after this, we're going to set up the NBA. We're going to get into the NBA. It is November. It's fall. It's Thirsty Thursday. It is suddenly not so casually going down. I'm getting hyped on myself. You see how you hype yourself up. Come on. Anyway, Pacers coming in here. The tough thing about the Pacers is they did tank completely last night to the Nuggets in the Ciroc on Ice game. Nuggets had really a not full representative roster, and the Pacers did lay down as we suggested they would. I think this could reverse itself, similar to what you saw with the Raptors last night at Boston. They could have saved their energy for the back end. Again, these are psychological human beings too. They know they have to travel the next night for really a championship-style game against Utah. In their mind, this is a much bigger trophy environment tonight. And you do get the double revenge game.
Mhm.
And so you get a double revenge
That's a
game, and
good
you get
point.
that element of psychology there. Utah on this big figure. This is going to be a toss. Honestly, I would suspect, totally unofficially, so guys, don't go putting your 401k on this, but I would suspect that the Pacers could keep this tighter than people might expect.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when they're going up to 10 and a half. This is my well, it's basically it's 10 and a half at one spot now. That's at bookmakers. So it's gonna spread. Bookmakers are pretty sharp book. If they're at 10 and a half, it's gonna go up to 10 and a half at a few other places. You better believe it. And money's gonna come on the Jazz. We know it. When teams play back to back, and I'll be honest, like even though it's a high spread and the Pacers could get this done, I don't use it's not that it can't happen, but when they play back to back in high altitude, it's Jazz or the Nuggets for me or nothing. You see what I'm saying? I stay away from because the game could really get away. And the problem with the Jazz are these motherfuckers get hot from three and they just get to blowing anybody out. It's scary, man. It really is, man. At the house, they just play on a I don't know what they got going over there with the Mormons and shit, man. But anything can happen. You make a damn good point there, Shark, with the Pacers looking at tonight's game like, hey, this is a much bigger step up spot for us. They got the bigs to bang with Gobert. We'll see what happens. I'll be watching these games. Maybe this will be a good day to live bet for sure, my guys. It'll be a damn good day to live bet. One more game tonight, man. One more game that we're going to the streets of LA, man. The Heat with a back-to-back here. It's tough that they played the overtime game last night. Jimmy Butler went out. He played the whole first quarter, didn't come back and play the second quarter at all, didn't come back in the second half. It was tough. The Heat still held the 9-point lead in the fourth quarter, but of course they pissed it away. Win the overtime, lost in overtime, man, to the Lakers, shorthanded Lakers without Rondo. I don't know, I couldn't fucking believe it, man. But it happens. I said to myself, if the Heat lost that game, though, I'd back them tonight versus the Clippers, guys. So I don't think the Heat will go 0-2 in this trip with this back-to-back in LA. The Clippers are on a 5-game winning streak. They're not this good. I'll be honest with you. The Clippers do have some deficiencies. The Heat can exploit a few things. It's going to be tough without Butler out there, but the Heat can clamp down, put the defense on these boys. It's Heat or nothing for me here. That's the only way I'll be looking in this one, Short.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Nothing official here, but again, you do look at a few elements. The tank last night, I think, is just a standalone game. The Lakers had to get better. We said it last night. The line was a little short for Miami. It was just a little funky. I think that was kind of expected, just a coin flip down the stretch. But now you come in here at 10:30 p.m. Staples in the back-to-back. As you said, the Clippers are on a dub 5. That is not sustainable. The Clippers are not going to win 10, 15, 20 road. This is not like the 2014 Miami Heat. This is not the 2015 Golden State Warriors. This is just kind of like a middle ground fringe, probably like 5, 6, 7 seed in the West, in my opinion. And Miami comes in here in a double revenge game. They did lose at home last year, 109-95 as a 2.5-point favorite. They actually came up on the road at -5.5 at Staples and lost again, 125-118. I believe Kawhi Leonard did not play in either of those games, and Paul George might have been in or out. A lot of moving parts in this game. But again, similar to what we said with the Indiana Pacers laying down, similar to what we said about the Raptors laying down last night in the front end, usually when teams lose the front end, it does suggest they might have saved something for this. And you do catch a really hot Clippers team. You catch a double revenge game for Miami. And the final point, if Jimmy Butler's out, you do get that Ciroc on ice model fully engaged. There is a very significant trend here where the team without the player will play better. The backups rally around each other. They have something to prove. There's maybe better ball flow, a little better camaraderie, oftentimes without the big contract guy hogging the ball to a certain degree. And the other team just doesn't bring their A-list effort. I would lean Miami if I had to come in here and just reverse what really has been a couple lackluster games, Denver and LA, and a double revenge game. And, of course, the element where the Clippers could lay down if he doesn't play, Jimmy Butler, that is.
Exactly. I'm not getting a haircut today. I'll tell you this. Heat or nothing for me. I know that guys are skeptical. I know that they took our money last night. Adebayo, couple of quick fouls. Deadman, backup center, couple of quick fouls. That's why you see Udonis Haslam old ass in there. They even had to throw the rookie in there, Yurt 7. But he's not a bad player. But Haslam, he's on the team right now to be a player coach. He's not in there to play the game. When I saw him, I kind of knew, and like I say, we still should have got the cash, but I think they still have the weapons to get this done without the bench. I'll tell you what's the Heat's problem right now. They don't have a real backup point guard, man. It's tough and that's why it's so tough when they missing Jimmy Butler out. I'm just talking some NBA out with you guys. They have Lowry, that's their quarterback in the starting lineup. Now, whenever Lowry goes out, they have to pretty much shift. Hero and Butler to both be the ball handlers. Like those are the only three ball handlers on the squad. You have Struss, Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin. No. All three of those guys were playing in summer. No, not fucking. I'm not even sure why Caleb Martin's on the squad, but that's a whole nother conversation. The Heat do need a little bit more to help out their bench, just as far as ball handler. One, they just missing one point guard, man. If they had coming off the bench, but that's the only way I'd be looking at is Heat in this one, Shark. Hey,
yeah.
the hell of go ahead.
Oh, and just a final point, looking at the chat again, we love you guys. Your interactions are amazing. They're powerful. They make this channel what it is. We're not putting our actual U.S. dollars in these games, just as a point of reference. Unless we say official play, we are not playing this. So you're not really fading us. It's just we're just giving you our thoughts on these games. Tomorrow night, there's a big card. I will definitely have 2 or 3 officials tomorrow. So it's just one of those nights. I mean, we go through the calendar. I say it every day, every week. We have an eight-month schedule here. The NBA Finals don't end until the middle of June. And sometimes there are just nights where there's really just no box checking looks here. So leans, thoughts, as I always say, desires, whatever. I mean, we don't know. This is just a tough card. These are going to be sharp lines. There's merge dynamics either side. Like all you guys in the chat saying Clippers are going to clean them up. You know what? They absolutely could clean them up. Miami is on a 3rd and 4 back-to-back. Staples overnight in LA with injuries. This could be a Clippers 20-point blowout. It's really tough to cap these games. So just making that point, we're not actually betting these games tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I'm laying off tonight. I do like the Raptors. I like the Raptors, Jazz, and Heat, man. That's what I like. I made the Raptors would be the top look. After that would be the Heat. After that would be the Jazz. I must say I'm staying on, especially right now. More info could come out during the day. I mean, fuck, Seth Curry could still be out. They still be out without Thibault Harris and Embiid. And I gotta hop on the Raptors. See what I'm saying? It's Raptors do nothing for me. Monitor that Curry injury. We know that Siakam and Birch are out for sure. If you like the Clippers, hey, monitor the Jimmy Butler injury. I must say, even if he's out, I still think the Heat have the dogs to get this one done. The Clippers, Reggie Jackson and Paul George. If you lock those two up, and they have the defensive guys to lock those two guys up, the Clippers could easily lose this game. I'm not laying 4 versus the Clippers. The only reason why they're laying 4 is being graded up higher up because the Heat are on that back-to-back 3rd and 4th, the travel spot. The Heat could still come here and win this game. That's the only way I'd be looking. Heat +4. If Butler goes out, it'll probably go up to +6. And then I may hop on the Heat, man. I'll tweet it out. I might go live again. Once we get more info. Right now, just leans Heat, Raptors, Heat, Jazz for me, my guys. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I'm not gonna pay attention to anybody in the chat. I'm just gonna block them, and you got it, and you get up out of here, man. But we're not gonna even give you the time to mention you. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. Go follow my guy on Twitter at Shark and Sports. Go follow me on Twitter at JMoneyIsMoney. All positive vibes, man. We trying to cash for you guys, trying to cash for ourselves. We out, my guys. We're back tomorrow.